You're listening to the Functional Medicine Business Podcast featuring Dr. Deb, one of the most creative functional medicine business practitioners in her industry. She shares the wisdom and knowledge that she has gained over 25 years of functional medicine. A pioneer in functional medicine, scheduling, leadership, and practice management. Dr. Deb has a wealth of knowledge and is eager to share to help functional medicine become more productive and for the practitioners and patients to live better lives. Our podcast shares the good and the bad of our industry because Dr. Deb knows the pain you live every day building a functional medicine practice. With practical tools on how to manage money, taxes, and patient care, she will discuss it all with you. Welcome back to the FMBI podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Deb, and today I want to talk to you about how do you stay motivated. You know, it can be a real challenge for people in business to stay motivated, even in practice, right? If you've been in practice a really long time, it's very easy to get burnt out and just kind of bored with what you're doing. And unless you're starting or looking at new things, it's easy to get stagnant and not grow. You know, it's a challenge for all of us to keep learning, keep expanding our knowledge base, and to just get fresh ideas into your practice. I've been in practice a very long time. It's been 22 years that I've been practicing. And it's not too often that I get bored or stagnant because I'm constantly learning, constantly watching webinars and going to trainings and growing my knowledge base. It's what I love to do. But I will tell you, the last 3 years with COVID hitting and the way we're learning and not being able to be connected in groups has changed the way I feel about education and motivation. And you know, it's easy for me to sign up for a lot of webinars and miss them, and I don't listen to them live because I'm busy or I forget. And I love listening to the recordings because then I can listen to them when I'm working out or when I'm walking or driving or I have some free time. But it's always hard to find the time to do that. And to me, it's not as motivating as getting together with someone and learning in person and networking and talking to people and sharing information. And the reason I wanted to do this show is because yesterday I just came back from a training that I did with another practice. And it's been a really long time since I've visited someone else's practice. And it was so exciting to see what this person had built and developed. It was amazing. Not that I want a large practice like this person had. They have 80 employees, and it's a little different model than what I've created. Similar in some senses, but a little different in others. But I took my team and we went out there to learn a new skill set. And it was just great to see how they were accomplishing things in their practice, what their flow was like, who they had delegating what tasks, and how successful they were. But it was funny because while we were there, they had a couple of oopses happen. And so we were able to see that, you know what, their practice is very much like ours and like everyone's practice. It doesn't always run as smoothly as you want it to run. There are mistakes, there are problems, there are concerns that come up. And it was funny, as we were ending the day, their director had come in and said, "Oh, so-and-so just resigned." And the doc looked at me and he said, "You know, there's just up and down moments." And we both laughed about it because it's like, it doesn't matter if you have 5 people on your team or you have 500 people on your team. The problems that we all face are exactly the same. People come, they go, some people show up, some people don't, some people forget to order supplies, and you don't have everything that you need.
and you have to improvise. And the goal really is that we're all just trying to do the best we can to help patients. But the reality is we are all alike. We all suffer from the same concerns and the same problems in our business, regardless of the size of the business, regardless of how many people you have helping you or your team, taking care of things. It doesn't seem to matter. We all still share the same hardships. And I think it's really easy to look at someone's practice and think, oh my God, they have such an amazing practice. It's booming and they're making all this money and they have all these clients and I don't know how they got them, but I want to be just like that. I would caution you a little bit on that because I've done that too over the years, but recognize that how something presents on the outside is not exactly what's happening on the inside of that practice. That practice on the face should look to you and the rest of the world as though it runs seamlessly without any complications, without any tests being lost in the mail, without anyone forgetting to drop ship a supplement or a test doesn't come back and you don't know about it until weeks later. Or doctors aren't getting to their labs, so they're not getting back to calling patients, or somebody forgets to order something for a procedure. It happens to the best of us. So just know that if you're starting out in practice, it's not going to be perfect out of the gate, and it will not be perfect every single day. If you've been in practice for a while and you're getting bored, you're getting burnt out, it's time to start finding something that will reignite you, something that will excite you. And that's what caused us to take this trip to this other practitioner's office. We were feeling stagnant in our practice. We were feeling as though what we were doing was working for the majority of our patients, but it wasn't working for everyone. So we wanted to bring on a new modality that will help our patients grow and help our patients who we weren't able to help before, give them another alternative, give them something new. And along with that, it not just excited myself, but excited my team. I didn't realize some of the people on my team were feeling stagnant as well. And now, after just a day-and-a-half trip out to someone's office, we're all feeling re-engaged, excited again, ready to come back to the practice and implement something new and see how this helps our clientele. We were really lucky with our training. The practice that we went to has all of the same clientele that we have. So it made it easy for us to come into their practice and say, okay, what do you do for this? And how do you guys do that? And we were both sharing different things. We knew things that this person didn't know. They knew things that we didn't know. And we're sharing ideas and we're growing and we're supporting one another. And I think in so many ways, this is what's been missing with COVID, is that we cannot get together with practitioners to share what we're doing and what's working and what's not. And ultimately, it's the patient that sacrifices and suffers for that. But it's also us as providers, because if we don't have that connection and we can't learn from one another, we don't know what it is we're missing, and we don't know what we could offer to our patients. So I want to really encourage you guys to continue to learn, continue to grow, watch your webinars. If you can get on live, that's great. If not, record them, listen to them after the fact, but also find a way that you can get with other people and you can learn and you can connect, whether it's a conference, since those are starting up in person again, or whether it's something like this where you go to another practitioner's office and you spend a day with them and you learn what they're doing and you see clients with them and you reignite and grow your practice through that fashion. Somehow, some way, we all need to be motivated again. We all need to be excited again about what it is that we do if we want to stay in this game for the long haul. And continuing to be motivated and challenged is the answer to this, and not letting yourself get stagnant. So there are tons of courses out there that you could do. It may not motivate you enough if you just do something online. So I want to really encourage you guys to connect with each other, connect with other practitioners. You can do some of this in the FMBI Facebook page. We have a private section where you can sign up and you can talk about practice inside that group with just other practitioners, so nobody else can see it from a patient standpoint. And it'll allow you to connect. I've done that in other groups as well. And it's amazing the doors that get opened as a result of that. You never know who may connect with you and who may want to partner with you or have an idea to help you grow your practice. So start sharing, start opening up, and you'll be surprised at where those doors open and take you, because it's an exciting ride whenever you can do that. So I hope this helps you guys get motivated and stay motivated. And if you're really struggling with it, feel free to hop on to functionalmbi.com and book a call with me. And I'm happy to talk you through what kinds of things you can do, where you're at, and how do we get you reignited into your practice.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from me, you can follow me on Facebook at FMBI. Join our free group where we support one another and share our struggles. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.